Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. Naku, ito na nga yung pinag-uusapan natin, I think 2 episodes ago. Naalala nyo nung dinidiscuss ko yung pag-suspend for 6 months ng processing ng LAMIA for low-wage jobs dyan sa Montreal. Yun nga, ititigil doon, di ba? Sabi natin, ako, hindi na ako masusurpresa kung i-replicate yung polisiya na yan in other parts of Canada. At ito na nga, ayun na nga. Mismong galing na ngayon kay Prime Minister Justin Trudeau na babawasan na nga nila ang pag-hire ng temporary foreign workers na may kinukonsiderang low-wage jobs. In short, mukhang hindi na lang talaga ito mangyayari sa Montreal. Okay, it will happen in other places in Canada, other provinces. Sige, pakita ko muna sa inyo itong article na bumungad naman ngayon this morning sa akin pagising ko. No? Kaya ako na-alert dito sa development na ito. Grabe, ang bilis, di ba? Yan, no? Tignan mo yung article. Okay, sa Yahoo News ito. The headline reads, "No better time to hire Canadians. Ottawa to restrict low-wage foreign workers." O, ayun. Nako, baka pala may nako-confuse pag sinabing Ottawa to restrict or yung Ottawa to do this, that. Kapag sinabi pong Ottawa dito, it does not only refer to Ottawa, the region, okay? Or the place. Ibig sabihin yan, the government, okay? The seat of government kasi is located in Ottawa. Very similar yan. Pag sa Pilipinas, nakakarinig po tayo ng balita na Malacanang orders this, Malacanang announces whatever. Hindi naman lang yun Malacanang na structure, di ba? Parang it refers to the government. So, ayun lang, just to clarify. Baka kasi may nako-confuse minsan, no? Okay, so ito na nga yung report. No better time to hire Canadians. That's according to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Aba, ang peg niya ngayon talaga, dapat daw i-prioritize ng mga employer dito ang pag-hire ng locals, ng Canadians and permanent residents. Kasi nga, yan ang complaints talaga ngayon. Unemployment rate is going up in Canada. Canadians, permanent residents are complaining na naaagawan na sila ng trabaho ng mga dumadating na mga foreign workers. Okay? O sige, tignan natin ang kanyang soundbite, ano? Ayan, sabi, Trudeau is urging businesses to hire Canadian workers as his government announces new restrictions to limit low-wage temporary foreign workers. Okay. This is coming again from Justin Trudeau, who has actually been criticized or blamed for all the problems Canada is seeing now with regards to mass immigration. Ano? Okay, ito yung quote niya. Sabi niya, We need Canadian businesses to invest in training and technology and not increasing their reliance on low-cost foreign labor. Ayun na nga, dati kasi rin, no, may mga reports lumalabas na addicted na daw ang Canada sa pag-hire ng foreign workers dahil mababa yung sweldo na pwede nilang i-alok sa mga foreign workers. So, kumbaga, sinisisi rin yan. It's suppressing wages. Kumbaga, it's keeping wages from going up. Itong temporary foreign workers program. Yan ang sinasabi ng ilan. Okay? Sabi niya, no? It's not fair to Canadians struggling to find a good job. And it's not fair to those temporary foreign workers, some of whom are being mistreated and exploited. So, ayun, no? So there are 2 points being raised here. Canadians na nahihirapan na nga maghanap ng trabaho at yung mga pang-aabuso nga dito sa temporary foreign worker program, yun yung sinasabi niya, no? Yung mga nami-mistreat at ini-exploit ng mga temporary foreign workers. Pero sige, before we go to the changes in policy na nabanggit, puntahan mismo natin yung soundbite ni Trudeau. Okay, nakita ko rin yan eh.
We no longer need as many temporary foreign workers. We need Canadian businesses to invest in training and technology and not increasing their reliance on low-cost foreign labor. It's not fair to Canadians struggling to find a good job, and it's not fair to those temporary foreign workers, some of whom are being mistreated and exploited. We are tightening the rules and restricting eligibility to reduce the number of low-wage temporary foreign workers in Canada, with exceptions in certain industries like healthcare, construction, and food security. So to those who would complain about worker shortages, here's my message. There is no better time to hire and invest in Canadian workers.
Ayun, ano. So, it's clear na ang direction ngayon ng gobyerno ay talagang bawasan ang pagdating ng mga temporary foreign workers. Specifically, at this point, they're focused on low-wage jobs. O, sige. Nako, ito na. May mga in-announce na specifics no? Hold on. Nako. Ayan. Actually, guys, I know I mentioned in a previous episode also that every time merong announcement, usap-usapan, reports about anything related to immigration, it's always best to refer to the government website for official information, di ba? Talagang direct from the source. Actually, nakita ko rin nahanap ko kanina, meron na ring posted sa government website ng Canada. Ito yan. Correct, baka sabihin nyo kasi hindi verified or something yung report. Ayan, this is from the Government of Canada. Minister Boissonnault, reducing the number of temporary foreign workers in Canada. So dito rin based in a way yung new policies na nakikita, baka makita ninyo when you browse through news articles. Pero sige, alam mo, actually, dito na nga natin basahin. Ano ba yan? Huwag na dun sa news article ng Yahoo. Okay, naku po, ito ang big changes. In response to the current employment environment, the following changes will be implemented effective September 26, 2024. Naku po, it's in 1 month, a month from now. Okay? Una, Canada will refuse to process LAMIA in the low-wage stream applicable in census metropolitan areas with an unemployment rate of 6% or higher. Pero may exceptions nga, tulad ng sinabi ng soundbite ni Trudeau kanina. Exceptions will be granted for seasonal and non-seasonal jobs in food security sectors, primary agriculture, food processing, and fish processing, as well as construction and healthcare. So again, there are exceptions to this. You can also do your own research. Sakaling meron kayo ina-applyan na trabaho, kung covered ba kayo sa exceptions na ito. Okay, so ang sabi, ang hindi na ipaprocess, LAMIA with low-wage jobs, sa mga lugar na may unemployment rate na 6% or higher. Naku, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo yung data on unemployment rate. Kung anong mga probinsya ang merong unemployment rate na mataas. Pero ang sabi kasi dito, applicable in census metropolitan areas. So we'll see. Wala pa kasing ina-identify na specific areas kung which metropolitan areas will be covered. Tulad nung sa earlier report sa Quebec. Diba? Quebec announced it or sought the suspension of LAMIA low-wage jobs for the Montreal metropolitan economic area only. So Montreal lang. So we'll see if it's gonna be done by province or by city ba. Wala pa pong detailed announcement tungkol dyan. Okay? Pangalawang gagawin. Employers will be allowed to hire no more than 10% of their total workforce through the TFW program. This maximum employment percentage will be applied to the low-wage stream and is a further reduction from the March 2024 reduction. At yun, may exceptions din. Same nung nabanggit kanina, 10% na lang daw ng total workforce ng isang kumpanya ang papayagang i-allocate o punan ng mga temporary foreign workers. Dati kasi 20%. So ngayon ginawa na rin pong 10%. Again, another reduction measure. Okay? At pangatlo, ito malaking bagay din to. The maximum duration of employment for workers hired through the low-wage stream will be reduced to 1 year from 2 years. Yes, ang very common contracts po kasi na nakukuha ng mga temporary foreign workers through Lamia is 2 years. Okay? Many times, 2 years renewable. Pero ngayon, 1 year na lang. Anong posibleng impact niyan? It could actually affect workers' chances in becoming PR. Ano? Now he or she has less time to prepare for a PR application. I'm not even sure if limiting the contract to 1 year might affect yung mismong requirement ng job experience. Hindi ako sure sa pag-apply ng PR. No, sabihin nyo na lang po sa comment section kung may alam kayo tungkol dyan. Ano. Again, I am not a registered immigration consultant here. Please guys, consult professional immigration consultants or registered immigration consultants here if you want to know more about this. This is just based on available data from the Canadian government's website. So, ayun grabe, ang bilis ng mga pangyayari. But, alam mo, marami pa tayong mga tanong ha. Dahil kaka-announce lang nito kaninang umaga. Again, wala pang binabanggit ng mga specific province ba or cities kung saan i-implement ito. Ang sinasabi lang yung merong unemployment rate na 6% and above. Tapos, ayun sige, puntahan natin pala. Habang wala pang binabanggit ng mga specific locations. I'm just gonna go by data from Statistics Canada. Kung ano ba mga probinsya ang may unemployment rate na 6% pataas. Okay, ito. This is from Statistics Canada, official website ng StatCan. Talagang ang latest data pa lang pagdating sa unemployment is July 2024. Okay? Ay naku, hindi ko alam kung if it's gonna be big enough for you guys. Tingnan ko nga. Yung malalakihan ko. So, you can see. Okay, so ang hinahanap natin, 6% and above. Ang total, ang national unemployment rate ng Canada is 6.4. Na yun yung nasa upper right, okay. Pero let's look at it per province. Again, we're just discussing this. Hindi pa po ito yung mismong, wala pa pong ina-announce mismo rather yung government kung anong specific provinces ang apektado dito. Okay. O ano ang may 6% pataas na unemployment rate? Ontario, 6.7%. Nunavut, naku, ang taas ng unemployment rate doon, 9.7%. Alberta, 7.1%. Naku, ito, Northwest Territories, 6.5%. New Brunswick, 7.2%. Ano ba yung NS? Nova Scotia, 7%. PEI, 8.9%. Ano ba yun? Grabe, no? At 9.6%. Ano ba yung NL? Teka. Newfoundland and Labrador. You know, some say it's Newfoundland and Labrador, no? Sabihin nyo lang sa akin ano ba tamang pronunciation. So, ayan, if the government is gonna go by per province, yan yung mga maaaring maapektuhan. Again, maaari lang wala pa pong official data or provinces or economic regions or cities na ina-identify na maapektuhan dyan. I guess, again, kanina lang po kasi yan in-announce. It will take effect in 1 month. So, we will see and wait and see for other details to come. Ang isa pang kulang pa o hintayin pa nating sabihin ng gobyerno ay yung level, yung rate ng low wage. Ano ba ang tinuturing na low wage jobs rather? Kasi dun sa announcement po dun sa Montreal, yung nauna, meron silang in-identify na specific salary Parang ang low wage for them yung median, anything below the median salary in Montreal, which was pegged at 27.47 ba parang meron per hour. Okay, sa ngayon wala pa po. I don't know, maybe they will also go for the median wage in the areas that will be identified, so it could differ from area to area. So ayun ay naku po. This only covers incoming, for now, incoming temporary foreign workers. Naku, naalala ko pala, yung sa Montreal kasi, covered rin yung mga nandito ng nakalamia low-wage jobs na magre-renew. So parang kung matsyempohan sila, dun sa 6-month period suspension dyan, freeze, sa Montreal, hindi na raw i-renew. Nako, wala pang binabanggit tungkol dyan dito sa latest announcement ni Trudeau. Tsaka also, no, walang timeline na binigay, ano? How long this will take effect. Hindi tulad nung sa Montreal, 6 months. Hindi sila tatanggap ng low wage. Ewan natin kung sa ngayon hindi pa po natin alam. Wala pa. So ayun guys, ano, wait and see muna tayo. Again, these policy changes will take effect on September 26. Oh, ang dami pang mga aabangang balita tungkol dyan. Again this only involves low-wage jobs under LAMIA. There are other pathways to Canada if talagang gusto nyo pa rin magpunta dito kahit na marami na po nagko-complain na masyado ng maraming tao po dito. At kasabay pa niyan yung mga paghihigpit ng gobyerno patungkol sa mass immigration. Okay? So yeah, I'll end this episode here, guys. By the way, I'll be interviewing a registered immigration consultant soon. Hindi ko alam kung bukas na matutuloy kami or 2 days from now. But if you have questions for an immigration consultant, put them in the comment section below. And I'll see if I can ask them. Okay, syempre, kung marami, hindi ko naman po siguro matatanong lahat. We will especially be talking about options sa mga sakaling, alimbawa, mawala ng status o nanganganib mawala ng status. Kailangan ba talagang umuwi? Okay? Yeah, that's a topic. Bahala na kung saan mapunta. So, okay. I'll end this episode here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!